Hey, on the channel, we got something brand new as we got a retro style figure from Latoonie with the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for a little special unboxing today as we got the brand new retro Latoonie Macho Man Randy Savage to unbox. And of course, you're looking for this figure, head over to Latoonie.com and check out all their different figures from the Hasbro style to the LJN style to everything else in between over there at Latoonie.com. And I have to give a special shout out to the folks over there at Latoonie as they did send this my way as an early sample to check out and see what's going on with it. I said, I'll give you my honest opinion on it. I love wrestling figures, and I especially love a brand new wrestling figure line, getting a first peek under the tent first time, because I love getting the elites. I love to get all these other lines that we collect, and it's fun opening those, but there's always something special about a new toy line, a new something, be it whatever toy line it could be. Always fun to get your first impressions on something and to see where it goes from there, of course. Just like these reviews do, is we're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do plenty of comparisons in a little bit on this one here. And this is an interesting looking one, as it almost feels like, or I don't know about feels like, we'll say looks like the LJN Macho Man shrunk down to Hasbro scale, Hasbro size. And we'll do some Macho Man comparisons later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. But I got to give a shout out to Latoonie as well, as it looks like they pack a little extra with this, a little free gift along the way. Now, I'm not sure if this is a towel or a flag, and we're going to find out together right now. I guess I'll get my razor blade out, cut this bad boy open. Look at this. Fig Newtons. Fat-free Fig Newtons. This is a razor blade that's like 40 years old. I got this back when I used to work for Nabisco decades ago. I don't know about decades, but you know what I mean. A long time ago, I had an old boss that retired, and he had all this stuff in his office. I said, man, I'll take all those. And now here we are, unboxing stuff with it. But we do got a little packaging. See you later, goodbye. And what do we got here? Oh my gosh, it's a bag. Look at this. This is interesting. So this is an interesting thing here. So we get a little nice little drawstring bag. Almost looks like a bag Santa would have. He puts stuff in there, and it's a drawstring. Very nice material. You got the Macho Man looking good. Looking only like a Macho Man could look. And look at this. We got all kinds of paper wrap. This is wild. Look at that. We got a little packaging paper. See you later. Goodbye. We got some more here. This is going differently than a figure unboxing, I guess we'll call it. But yeah, it's not a towel. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a huge Macho Man flag going on there. There's more paper. Oh, see you later. Goodbye. Look at that. That's a pretty cool throw in with these, I would say. I could see somebody hanging this up in their figure room, maybe their garage, office. Who knows what they might do with this, but I guess it could be a towel. I guess you could wrap yourself in it if you wanted to. It could be a big scarf as well. You could bring this to the matches. You could do that, handle it. But very cool. A big, big throw-in gift there. Feels very nice. Quality feels really good as well. So very cool to see that. But let's dive into the figure. You know we're about the figure right here. And we're going to take a look at the card art on this one. Now, this one looks like a young Kyle with his grandma grocery shopping. Staying at his grandma's for a week in the summer and running errands with grandma. We're going to do Meals on Wheels. Of course we're going to do Meals on Wheels while we're up there with grandma. We're going to go to the post office. We're going to go to Ben Franklin's. We're going to go Pomida. We're going to go to the grocery store. We're going to play all the hits. That's what we're going to do with grandma. But I can see this one, it kind of looks like one of those figures you would find, the packaging here, it looks like one of those ones you'd find at a Pomida, a Ben Franklin's, or a grocery store. Kind of an off-the-beaten-path look to it. It does have some LJN card art vibes to it, but obviously this being a Latoonie product, not a Hasbro or Mattel, something that is sold at Walmart's, Targets, etc. I don't want to use the word dumbed down, but it is more minimalistic in the packaging design on this one, it does look like. So it looks like something I would see at those Pomidas or Ben Franklin's Franklins, or maybe an Alco. Maybe an Alco. You never know. But looking interesting here, like I said, a very cool homage. Oh, Todd, homage, Todd McFarlane on the couch, always in my ear, but does have a little special tribute to the LJNs. You can definitely see that. And then the body, the style, the pose, a little bit of that Macho Man LJN style once you raise that other arm, especially there. Does say Latoonie, does say Macho Man, Randy Macho Man Savage right here. Latoonie logo down at the bottom. Always be branded. We know how that goes. 18 and up, you 17-year-olds, get the heck out of here. Am I right, Mark Summers? Yeah, Mark Summers. On the back, we got Macho Man. And a little bit interesting here is look at the tights on Macho Man. This one is green tights. This is the more standard classic LJN style pink tights. Wouldn't be shocked to see a repaint of this. Maybe it's already been announced, but I could see a repaint of this in that color. Gotta get the most out of your molds, no matter what company you are. We know how that goes there. But looking good, UPC on the back, but besides that, nothing else. No cross-sell anything. Would like to see a cross-sell, but maybe it's too early in the process for a cross-sell. I'm not sure. But we're going to find out what all the fuss is about. And I will say this green Macho Man, longtime Hasbro fans remember there was going to be a JCPenney's exclusive. I think it was going to be in their Christmas catalog or something like that. But there was going to be a green tights Macho, basically a repaint of Macho Man Series 1 Hasbro. Never came to fruition. I do have a custom. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But that is kind of what this reminds me of a little bit as well. But I'm going to get it off the card. See how easy it goes off the card. You know me, I'm always saving the card backs on these retro style figures. I will say on there pretty tight. He's not going to fall off the card, I can tell you that much. So there it is right there. See you later, goodbye. And there it is, pretty clean for the most part. Nice carding, nice thickness on the card as well. See you later, goodbye. All right, let's get down to Macho Man. Let's get the first impressions on the feel. Very interesting, very interesting. So it does kind of feel, I keep saying feel, I guess I should say looks kind of like the LJN. Obviously different colors and stuff, but we think of him with the arms up like that, kind of the same body. Got the extremely jacked up torso. I mean, this is the most jacked up torso we've ever seen from Macho Man since the LJN back in the day. His abs have abs, if that was even possible there. Head sculpt, though, no denying this is Macho Man Randy Savage. You see this from anybody, you know who this is. You hand this head to somebody, it's the Macho Man. Of course, you got those ski-like glasses up there. You got the beard going on. You got the long hair. This is before male pattern baldness was kicking in on Macho. He's looking pretty good right there. Full head of hair on Macho there. He does got the hands kind of here to go up to the glasses, like he's really going to take those off and get real serious Hulk Hogan. He's going to do something like that. But looking good. You got the white tape on the hands and on the wrist, very Macho Man-like. Got the Fist of Fury over on this side here. Green trunks, once again, I could see different colored trunks of this one. Macho Man on the back, the 3 stars on the front. Got the knee pads there in green, white socks, and then you got those yellow boots with the stars on them as well. Very Macho Man-like. On the bottom does say Latoonie. It's all about branding at the end of the day. Latoonie on the bottom. No hole in the foot, though. I would have liked to seen a hole to use with the stand just in case. You never know. Always helps, but I don't think we'll have any issues with this guy standing on his own. Got a pretty good wide base on him right here and some decent-sized feet to make it go. Definitely an interesting-looking figure here. Is it going to set the world on fire? I'm not sure. And, of course, I think we're living in a land of Macho Man overload is what we're in right now. I can give a special shout to the Fig Cave's own Phil Gentile. He's all in on the Macho Man Randy Savage. That's his boy. Like, I'm an Ultimate Warrior guy. He's a Macho Man guy. Sorry about that retirement there, Phil. But I got to think Phil is probably like, you know, how many Macho Mans do I need? I got all these Macho Mans. I mean, it's nice when you got a focused collection like that, but there's a lot of Macho Man content out there, even making the hardest of hardcore Macho Man figures start blushing a little bit. They're going to start blushing a little bit. But this Macho Man is good for what it represents. It's just, once again, how many Macho Mans are you looking for in your collection? And the key to a company like Latoonie and others out there, you got to give us Macho Mans we've never had before. You got to give us something different. And it's getting very, very hard at this point in time. As you do got Mattel was making, I guess we had a retro Macho Man. We'll see that in a second. Hasbro made him, of course. Grapplers and Gimmicks, Zombie Sailor, Latoonie. I'm missing somebody. Somebody else is making them. I probably got them over there. But there's a lot of Macho Man. So it's going to be tough not to get lost in the sauce of all the other Macho Man figures. It'll be interesting how it goes. But I got to say, this feels really good. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic toy. It doesn't feel like something that's going to break. And sometimes the Hasbro ones feel a little bit hollow inside back in the day. This doesn't have that feel to them. Figure Collections is making Macho. There's the other one I was missing. But it does feel good. It does feel quality. It really comes down to how many Macho Mans do you need? Do you like the pose? Do you like the colors? Do you like what this represents for Macho Man? You got to decide that for yourself. But I got to say, I don't know if better than I expected it to be would be the answer, but it feels really good. Feels more like the weight and the feel of an Epic Toys, figure collections, things like that. So it's got a good weight to it. Doesn't feel cheap, if that's what you're looking for. I'm not sure. But fits really good, stands really good by himself. But like I said, we do have... Did I do articulation? I think you guys know the articulation. You got waist articulation, arms all the way around, one arm at least, the other arm up and down, head a little side to side. So that's all you got for articulation. Didn't want to blow past that one, that's for sure. But we do got Macho Mans. I talked about it back in the day. I bought a big lot of Hasbros once upon a time, and this was in there, and I've always just kind of kept this around. I'm not a huge customs guy, but I kept this one to represent that JCPenney's Macho Man back in the day. And then, of course, we got Macho Man from Mattel in the retro line in a very similar green. A little different here, but very similar in the green colors, of course. And I talked about some of these other lines. Got figure collections right here. They had a Macho Man. You can pick this up right now if you're after that. And then, of course, over Mitch over there at Grapplers and Gimmicks, he's got multiple Macho Mans at this point. I just grabbed one for right now. We know Zombie Sailor's got Macho Man from, of course, when the Ultimate Warrior retired him around the corner. A lot of Macho Madness going on. It truly is a thing in this day and age. But it is fun. He is one of the cornerstones of wrestling. Easily, you could make the argument, and nobody could doubt it. He could be on your Mount Rushmore. So, more Macho Mans, the better. But how much is too much? I guess you got to ask yourself. You got to look in the mirror, do that long stare in the mirror, and find out. But got to say, it's similar but different. That's what we're going to call this one. It looks like it fits in with some of his retro brothers, but also has just a little tweak, a little difference to make it its own for Latoonie. And at the end of the day, like I've said multiple times, you got to vote with your wallet. You got to choose what you're looking for as far as Macho Mans do go. But they do have LJN style figures and, of course, these retro style figures to choose from. So head over to Latoonie, check out their stuff, and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this Macho Man. What are you looking for in Macho Mans? What would you like to see a retro Macho Man in the future? There's a lot in the pipeline from a lot of these companies. What would you like to see? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd be interested to hear your opinion on these Macho Men in the comments. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out my Patreon for early access to both channels' videos. All kinds of stuff over there every single day. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget, of course, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle on Instagram, and, of course, Threads. Don't forget Threads. We all love Threads, right? And now on TikTok. So for the Macho Man, Randy Savage from Latoonie, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.